Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's interactive session. I hope you all are doing well. So, we all love to take care of ourselves, and grooming is a big part of it. So, what do we use for grooming? We may use treatments like massages, spa, and facials, and so many other treatments have come these days. So, we may use them. But do we get time to use those elaborate treatments in our busy lives? Perhaps not every time. So, today in this session, we are going to talk about one of the grooming techniques, and that technique is hair removal technique. So, hair removal technique, what we have been using? We have been using either waxing or shaving or threading. But these techniques, sometimes they may be painful or they may be inconvenient for some people. They may give rashes to some people. So, is there a better technique that we can use? Yes. The answer is yes, there is a better technique. And the better technique is laser hair reduction. So, today in this session, we are going to talk about laser hair reduction. And today we have our guest, Dr. Shreya Shah, who is going to tell us more about this technique. Dr. Shreya Shah is a PG diploma and MSc in clinical dermatology, and she is also a practicing dermatologist for more than 10 years. So, today I welcome you, ma'am, here to our live show, and please elaborate on this technique and let everybody know that this technique is painless and permanent procedure. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Pleased to have you here.
Sure. Hey, thank you, Pradya. Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone. So, let's talk about what laser is. Laser is a very simple and a painless procedure. Laser hair removal uses a concentrated beam of light to remove your unwanted hair. What happens is during the laser, it emits the light that is absorbed by the pigment called melanil in the hair. This pigment lies in a tube shaped sac within the skin, which is called the hair follicle that produces the hair. So, in short, this laser light emitted is converted into heat to damage the hair follicles in your skin. This inhibits or delays your hair growth. Now, let me tell you about razor and waxing as well. When we shave, we use this razor to remove hair only above the skin. Only hair roots above the skin are targeted, and hair grows back quickly because, of course, the roots are pretty intact, right? When we speak about waxing, there is definitely the hair root is removed because of the pulling, but this is like a over ongoing process, like like a monthly ritual for most of us, right? It will grow back because it is not targeting your hair follicle, it is just pulling off your hair. Hence, to summarize, laser hair reduction is the only permanent way of hair reduction, which is of course painless as well. In this busy life where we do not have time to go out, book appointments, and go to a clinic and get a hair reduction done, we have brands like Urban Company making it easy. It is done at the comfort of your home, at your own time, in your own private space, absolutely seamlessly.
So yes, audience for audience, there is a message that the link has been provided in the comments about laser hair reduction, and if you want, you can check the link and get to know more about it. So that was great to know about laser hair reduction, ma'am. And the next question moving forward, I will ask is this a painless procedure, or is this as painful as waxing? Like waxing and threading are a little inconvenient for us. So how about this procedure?
Yeah, it's the least painful, in fact. So when you say waxing, we all know how painful it is. Like, it pulls your hair from the roots. If it is thick growth, it is all the more bad, especially in sensitive areas. It is excruciating, right? When you pull it with so much stress, there is common eruptions, acne, bacterial growth on your skin. Similarly, when you use razor to shave your skin off, you are even removing one layer of your dead skin cells, which in turn causes dryness, rashes, eruptions, and sometimes even cuts because because of the way that we shave abruptly, right? So, as in when you keep shaving, because your hair keeps coming back very quickly when you raise off, your skin starts becoming dull and dehydrated. Laser as a technique is the least painful because as the laser machine causes zero pain, it is just a slight sensation that you feel. Of course you do shave before the laser, but that's temporary, right? Like that's just 8 times before the laser that you have to shave your hair off to protect your skin. Otherwise, versus you doing that all your life in raising or waxing. So, yeah, of course, it's very important even to choose a proper laser machine. Like using a US FDA approved machine and having an iSchool technology will make this all the more pain free and comfortable.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your answer. So, we would like to take a few questions, two questions, in fact, from the audience also, and let us know what the audience feel and what they have to ask about this laser treatment. So, the audience have asked, will it work if I have excess body hair growth?
Absolutely. It will definitely work even if you have excess body hair growth because it targets your root, right? Like, so it will absorb all the light in the hair follicle and it will work on every hair that you have. It's just that it will take multiple sessions, but it will work on as much quantity as you have on your body.
Okay, so that's interesting, ma'am, because waxing and all, we have to, like, if there is excess body growth, it is very difficult. Sometimes it becomes nearly impossible to remove all the hair. So, yeah,
Sure.
we can take the next question now. So, Ritika is asking, does laser hair removal hurt more on certain body parts?
Interesting. So it might be a little more sensitive on sensitive body parts because of the skin being really thin. So it might be a little more tingling than the other body parts, but with the right fit of machine and technology, I think you should be just fine. It's genuinely painless.
Okay, okay. Then I think everybody should be like pain free and they should not worry about this procedure because if it is pain free all over the body parts, so everybody can access it.
Absolutely. Anybody and everybody can do it.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. So, moving forward, before moving forward, I would like to remind all the viewers that the link for laser hair reduction has been pasted in the comments and please do not forget to check it out. So, moving forward, we will want to know, ma'am, whether laser, because this technique is using laser, so is it harmful for the skin? Does it damage the skin in any way?
Yeah, I know it scares a lot of people that laser would be hazardous for health, but it is not at all like that. It's an absolutely safe procedure. It has been performed experimentally for about 20 years before it commercially became available in 1995 and 1996, because of which we have a lot of data, content, literature, thesis around how it works, its effects, side effects, contraindications, post care, and most importantly, its safety. To speak for its safety, it is also US FDA approved. Like I was telling you all about Urban Company, Urban Company also uses a US FDA approved machine with iSchool technology, making this experience pain free and comfortable. So what we do here is there is a dermatologist that will ask you few questions like your hair's color, skin color, hair density, and hair growth. Once they check these, and they will suggest you the parameters. It is as customized as it could be, and these parameters are shared to our partner and they perform this procedure at your home with absolute ease.
That is really interesting. And if it is so simple, then I think most of us can try this procedure once in a while and then see how it works for them. So, Renu Ravi has been asking, Urban Company uses iSchool technology. However, why do people say that other laser hair reduction feels hot and burns otherwise?
Hmm. So sometimes it also depends on the person that performs the laser service, right? Like you have to give adequate cooling to the skin and then fire the shots. In this is why you do not feel any kind of burns or pricking sensation when you do the treatment if the machine is apt. Main is your machine that should be USFDA approved. If that is USFDA approved, then the skill set lies in the person that performs the service.
Okay, okay. So you mean to say, ma'am, if it is not performed properly, then we can get a few burns? No.
Yeah. So
So FDA approved. It should be FDA approved, and Urban Company provides that, and so we are like comfortable. We should be worry free.
yeah. So two things. One is the FD approved, which is the most important thing,
Okay,
right?
ma'am.
And second is extremely trained professionals. So at
Yes.
UC also we have people who are trained extensively in this. Like there is a vigorous amount of training that goes into this. We have pretty hectic training schedules, and these are people who have already been doing laser outside for at least 5 to 10 years in their lives, and we have offered them to be partners with us, and we've trained them UC style so that they perform the service absolutely perfectly. And of course, we have a doctor as well to look through the entire procedure.
Okay, that's really nice, and that is important to know. Okay, so we can take another question from the audience. Sheetal is asking, there is a myth that LHR, laser hair reduction, is not as effective in summer. So why do some people believe so?
Hmm. So it's nothing that it is not effective in one season. Basically, your laser works on your hair growth and not season specific. It only targets the hair follicle, and that's the science behind it. It has nothing to do with what temperature it is outside. Whatever temperature be it summers, winters, harsh, any harsh weather conditions, it does not matter because the laser light beam works on the hair follicle and has nothing to do with temperature control.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. So we can get it done in any season.
Yes, please. You
Yes.
can do it in every season.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for telling us that. So Jyoti Rastogi is asking, why is laser hair reduction by Urban Company more economical than others?
Okay. So we've kept it economical because we want everybody to use this. Initially, people thought that it's a luxury treatment, right? Like only some people
Yes.
can afford it and some people can do it. We are not paying any high rents for clinic. So why should we, not give that benefit to our customers? We want to keep it as economical as we can, and hopefully have everybody shift to laser because we know that this is more of a necessity than a luxury.
Yes, that's true, ma'am. That's because it is a permanent solution, as you said. So
Yeah.
yes, it will also save our time of going every time and getting this treatment done through
Yep.
vaccine or other conventional methods.
True.
Okay.
Plus, you have to keep doing the other conventional methods. This is like
Yes.
just one time, right? Let's
Yes.
get this done.
Yes. True. True. So moving forward, I would like to ask you, ma'am, how many sessions does one require for this treatment?
Right. So usually you will see a difference with every session only. Like as soon as you take the first session, you will see that your skin has become smoother, your hair has become lesser, the density, the growth has reduced, and you will see delayed growth also after the first session itself. Just to give you a little bit of explanation here, your hair is in three stages: anagen, catagen, and telogen. Now, anagen is the only phase where your hair is attached to the follicle. And like I was saying earlier, the laser light works on the follicle, right? So, which is why only anagen phase hair is targeted in that session. So, we have to wait for catagen and telogen hair to shed off and then get back into the anagen stage in order to target them via laser. Hence, it takes multiple sessions. So, approximately at any given point of time, you will have around 18% hair, which is in the anagen phase. Depending on your growth, on the body part, on your hormones, the dermatologist will usually suggest 6 to 8 sessions. At UC also, we provide a free dermatologist consultation where they ask you questions like your skin type, hair type, and then suggest the right plan for you based on your growth and your body part and your hormones. With every session, you will see the hair growth that it will reduce drastically. Yeah, initially you take the session after a month and then month and a half, but as you grow ahead in this journey, the gap between the sessions also keep increasing, and your last two sessions are almost at the gap of once in 6 months, because guess what, you don't have hair at all.
So, what is the time period of this, ma'am? It depends on a person to person, but what is the average time period of this session, of this entire treatment?
Yeah, so the entire treatment you can expect it to get over within a span of 1 to 2 years. So, first two sessions would be once in 30 to 35 days, and
Okay.
then the third session will be around 40 to 45 days. Then the next two, three sessions would be around 90 days or 4 months, and your last two sessions will be at the gap of 6 months, which is why 1.5 to 2 years.
Okay. So does this depend on the density of the hair? Like if people have lesser hair, they will require lesser time, or is it the same for everyone?
Yeah. So if you have hormonal conditions, right, like maybe PCOD or thyroid or something of that sort, then it usually takes few more sessions than a normal person would, and you would require more maintenance sessions. Then it can increase the time duration. But for everybody else, this is be it thicker hair, thinner hair, finer hair. We have a triple wavelength technology as well at Urban Company. So we target every kind of hair, thin, thick, whatever, even if it is fine hair, like if it is coarse, fine, whatever the consistency is, as far as it is dark colored hair, brown, black, we target every kind of hair because of the triple wavelength technology that we use.
Okay, so that's interesting. So if laser hair reduction is so useful, then everyone please check out the link given in the comments, and you will of course like the details about it and the information about it. So we will now take up a few more audience's questions. Is laser hair removal less effective if my skin is naturally or artificially tanned?
Nothing like that. Just use proper post care after your laser, and in fact, you'll get rid of tan as well that you have artificially acquired. So nothing of this sort, that it is less effective in any skin color.
Okay. So everybody can get it, regardless of their skin color.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, it targets the melanel of the hair and not the melanel of the skin. Hence, the
Okay.
skin color does not matter. Only the hair color and hair type matters.
Okay. So suppose, ma'am, if a person has brown hair, like few people have brownish kind of hair and few people have darker hair. So does the treatment differ for them?
No. So brown hair and black hair both have pigment melanel, and hair, the laser light is attracted. It is absorbed by this pigment melanel. So it works equally. However, if you have white hair or gray hair, then it
Okay.
does not work. It does not work on white hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will be moving forward to take up another question. Is sunbathing or sun exposure safe before and after the laser treatment?
So, if you have had a lot of sun exposure, I would tell you that please apply proper sunscreen and moisturizer for at least next 2 days, and then get your laser done. The reason is that it does not matter if you do your laser in any kind of skin color, like I said, but sometimes your skin becomes a little photosensitive, and when you raise off your hair, that time you can have slight dryness, which is why I suggest that you put a lot of moisturizer. Similarly, after the treatment, very, very important for you to apply moisturizer twice a day in order to keep your skin hydrated. Because we raise off the hair, your skin becomes dry, and that is the only post care that I would suggest that you follow, because laser as such has zero side effects or has zero post care to follow.
So is it some specific kind of moisturizer, or we can use any kind of moisturizer for this
Any,
afterwards, after the treatment?
any good medicated moisturizer works. It's don't use a cosmetic brand. Try to do a more medicated product, and it will be much more beneficial.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, does this treatment give dryness to the skin? So we need to apply moisturizer for a few days.
Yeah, so
Heavy.
like laser does not give you any dryness, but
Okay.
the razor, before the laser, we remove the
Okay.
hair to
Okay.
protect your skin. So
Hmm.
that gives you a little bit of dryness. So just to moisturize and make your skin even more smoother. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's great. So we will take up another question from the audience. So Yasashwa wants to ask, why can't laser hair reduction be done in one sitting and require multiple sessions instead?
Yeah, right. Hi, Yashashwa. So just like I said, that your hair is in three phases: anagen, catagen, and telogen. But your laser targets only anagen phase hair because that's the only one attached to your root, to your hair follicle. And the laser works on the hair follicle, not on the shaft. So in catagen and telogen, the shaft is not attached to the root. In fact, the catagen is the growing phase and the telogen is the dying phase. So after it is gone, you will have your hair again in the same follicle and then you can target it again. Hence, we do it at multiple intervals to target all kind of anagen hair. At one point, like I mentioned, there is only 18% hair that is in anagen phase.
So, ma'am, like you said, that it takes an average of 1 to 2 years to complete the session. So, after completing the session, do we have hair growth anytime in future, or we completely stop the hair growth?
So it's 90% reduction. Why I say 90% is that there are few anagen phase hair which might be left out during even 6 to 8 sessions, right?
Okay.
So these might come. These are those 10% hair that might come. For this, you should do maintenance session once in
Okay.
a year for a couple of times and then you should be completely rid of.
Okay. Yeah. That is good to know. Okay. So let's move on. And before moving on, I would like to remind you to check the link of hair reduction in the comments that has been posted, and you will know more about this treatment. Let's take up another question. So Sony asks, is it safe for pregnant women to get laser hair reduction done?
Hey Sony, so with respect to any evidence, we have not seen any contraindication with respect to pregnancy. However, at Urban Company, we strictly don't do for people who are pregnant. We want to make sure that we are playing absolutely safe, and hence, for us, at least, it's a contraindication.
So, ma'am, related to this, can breastfeeding women do it, or you do not do it for them too?
So for breastfeeding also up to 6 months we do not do because the hormones fluctuate quite a bit.
Yes.
Any which way they are not going to get good results because of the hormones that they have. And for safety again, we want to wait it out for 6 months and then we can do after 6 months we can definitely do laser.
Okay, so after they have to wait for 6 months before
Yeah,
opting for this treatment.
yeah,
Okay, so that was extremely useful because women might be wanting to do it and then they would be apprehensive about the procedure.
yeah.
So,
We
yes, ma'am.
sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am,
so
please.
we do not have a thesis that proves that you cannot do it in pregnancy or lactation, but uh, as far as the UC urban company policy goes, we want to be absolutely safe for anybody and everybody. Every person is our responsibility and hence we want to be super cautious of what we do. So for us it is definitely a contraindication.
Yes, that is great, ma'am, because taking care of the patients or customers is also very important. So, moving forward, let's take another question from the audience. Shivangi says, is it safe to go for laser hair reduction if I already have breakouts on my skin?
Good question. So when you
Yes.
have acne on your skin, the only problem is the razor. The razor that we do before the laser, and it will just brush off your acne, and it might just cause pus all around your face or bleeding or something of
Hmm.
that sort. But what we do is we put a gauze, we put small gauzes on top of the acne and protect that area, and then we use razor for the remaining part, and then we do the laser also for the remaining part, and don't disturb the acne. If there are 5 to 6 acne, we can take these kind of precautions. If somebody has a lot of breakouts on their face, then we give them medications for them to get cured. Once they
Okay.
are fine, then we do the laser service on them. Because of the laser, it again has nothing to do with laser.
Okay, so if there are acne on the skin anywhere on the body and people are getting laser done, so is will it be painful to get the laser done, or is it fine?
No, it should be fine because we will protect that area any which ways with a gauze and a micropore tape. We will cover it properly and then do it for the remaining area of the required body part. And we will
Okay.
not touch that area, right? And we will, in fact, give you medications that please apply on this area so that it gets cured. And by your next session, you can even avail it of that particular area.
Okay, so laser will be done only after the acne is cured.
Yeah, only after the acne is cured, or you protect that particular part. For example, if I have an acne here, I will
Mm-hmm.
just put a small gauze here so that I can protect this part, but do it on the remaining face. That's fine, right?
Okay. Okay. So laser hair reduction can be done for the face as well, ma'am, and it will be safe.
Absolutely safe, just like you do it for any other body part, no difference at all.
Okay, that's great because some people have a lot of facial hair growth and would want to know because the conventional techniques are really painful if you go for some facial hair removal. So this will be a great thing if it is painless and it can be done permanently.
Yeah, like
So
even if you want to go for a wedding or a party, the first thing you have to see is that, oh, I have upper lip, or can I wear sleeveless, or can I wear this dress
correct,
or that dress? But
correct.
if you have done laser, you
Hmm.
are just sorted. Like you don't have to
Yes,
think about
every time. Yes, every time we are prepared to go out or to a function.
correct, correct.
Yes. So, taking on another question from the audience, Parul wants to ask, so how many sessions are required for underarms? Minimum, how many sessions she wants to know?
6 sessions are required minimum for your underarms. It will take about a year and 3 months. Yeah, I guess year and a half to complete the 6 sessions. Post that you should be much better, and then you should require a couple of maintenance sessions, and you should be good.
So, ma'am, similar thing for underarms also. Like you said, for thicker hair, we need more time, and for the thinner hair, or everybody needs the
No,
same
no.
amount of time.
Right. So only if you have hormonal imbalance, right, like PCOD or
Hmm.
thyroid, then you require more sessions than usual.
Even in
Otherwise,
the
yes. Otherwise, even in be it your underarm or be it your bikini or be it your face treatment,
hmm.
you will require minimum 6 sessions, and then that can go on to 8 and a couple of maintenance post that.
Yeah, nice to know that, ma'am. So please do check out the link given in the comment and know more about this laser hair reduction treatment if you want to avail this treatment anytime in future after listening to this interactive session if you are encouraged to do so. So moving forward, we'll take another question from the audience. Asha wants to ask, laser hair removal also are laser hair removal also for people with sensitive skin?
Yeah, this is the most common question, isn't it?
Yes, many people have.
Yes. Yeah. I feel in India, almost everybody has sensitive skin.
Yes, true.
With a little bit of pollen or little bit of sun exposure, people have itching and rashes and tanning and all of
True.
that. Excuse me. So laser is definitely for every type of skin, even if it is sensitive skin. What we do is, if you have very sensitive skin, we give you a cooling kind of lotion also for post care, just to be sure, just to be safe. But that has an inbuilt moisturizer in it, plus a little bit of calamine in it, to cool your skin down and to calm down the raising effect that would cause any kind of dryness, if it might be. So yeah, you can definitely do laser, just we'll give you a different kind of moisturizer to apply.
So this moisturizer should be applied after the session has been done.
Yes, after the session has been done, maybe twice a day for 5 days, and you'll be just good.
So what about, ma'am, oily skin and dry skin? Do they also have some other specifications, or they are just fine with whatever the standard procedure is there?
Yeah. So oily skin has no specifications because they already have a lot of oil on their skin, and then the razor
Mhm.
does not dry their skin off. In
Okay.
dry skin, sometimes the razor can dry their skin off, which is why a little more stronger moisturizer can be prescribed to take care of their skin.
So, I have seen in waxing, ma'am, when people have oily skin, sometimes it is not very easy to remove their hair because the wax does not pull the hair too much because of the oil that is forming a layer over it. So, is there some specification for laser also, or it is fine with laser if it is a super oily skin?
It's completely fine with laser because the technique is very different, right? In
Hmm.
waxing, what we do is we apply the wax and we try to pull it off. Because of
Yes.
so much pull that we do, and the
Hmm.
skin has oil, it sometimes just holds on to the hair. It does not let it come out. Plus,
Hmm.
because the pores have been open, there is so much bacteria already growing on those pores, considering the amount of pull that we have done. In
Hmm.
laser, the technique is pretty different. We use the laser light to in order to melt the hair follicle. So in
Okay.
this case, it does not matter what kind, what consistency your skin is. As far as the melanil is there and as far as the hair root is available, it will work.
So a laser hair reduction does not uh, cause any effect on the pores on the skin. Do you mean to say
No,
that?
no effect on the pores because we are not really pulling it. There is not so much
Okay.
friction. So
Mhm.
you have you seen a lot of time people have these folliculitis after waxing, especially in bikini
Yes.
area and sensitive body parts. There are
Mhm.
these small boils and
Yes.
eruptions because
Mhm.
of the strong pull. All these things will be free from if you go for laser because it's just so painless. It's just so seamless. You just move the machine, it and you just tap the button. It just pours on your
Okay.
light beam and it
Mhm.
just targets the follicle without you even coming to know.
That sounds so simple and so convenient. So let us
It is.
take another question. Yes. So Supreet Dua asks, is laser hair reduction effective to remove gray hair?
It's not effective to remove gray hair because there is no melanil there and laser targets melanil. So white hair and light gray hair it will not remove. If you have very dark gray hair, it will work.
Okay. So gray hair people still have to choose the conventional method.
Unfortunately, yes. Hopefully, we have a laser in the future that works on
Yes,
them as well.
definitely. Yes, definitely. We would all love to have that.
Yeah, so
So,
before you age, get your laser done because as you age, once you are above 50,
oh,
55, your hair will start getting white and then
yes,
you just
yes. So that is one suggestion that ma'am has to give everybody, that before we have gray hair, we should all get our laser hair reduction done so that we don't have this problem again. Okay. So moving forward, Monica Rastogi asks, is there any particular, yes. So the same, connecting with that, is there any particular age after that we can opt for this technique? Okay.
Um, as far as you are an adult, like you have crossed the age of 18 years, until your menopause is your ideal time frame to get the laser done. Because during puberty, we don't want to do laser because your hormones are still coming into play and we don't know how your hair growth is going to be. You will end up wasting your sessions, right?
Mhm.
And after menopause, you will have your hair turning into gray and white, which will again not work. Hence, this is the ideal age to get your laser done.
So, as you said about menopause, so if ladies have achieved menopause, their hormones change, isn't it? So, what happens? Like, are those hormones in any way, do they affect laser hair treatment, or is the only the melanin part affecting the hair treatment?
Yeah, so what happens is, that the cycle gets disturbed. The anagen, catagen, telogen cycle gets
Mhm.
disturbed if you have hormonal issues, which is why
Yes.
you can't predict that how much hair is going to go. Instead
Okay.
of probably 20% of your hair getting reduced in every session, there will hardly be 2% hair going because you don't know like how your hormonal fluctuations will cause your hair growth into, and that is why even hormones play a role. But more than the hormones, I feel that the color of the hair starts degrading, and that is why we shouldn't do after menopause.
Okay. Okay. Yes, that is quite informative because some people might be thinking about the hormones because hormonal changes are for sure after menopause and they will be now apprehensive whether they should get it done or not.
Absolutely.
Next, Ruchika asks, is laser hair reduction's prickly sensation similar to the sensation when one gets a tattoo?
Oh no, no, tattoo is really painful, guys. Like tattoo is genuinely painful. This is like you just feel slight heat sensation, just for the heck of it, you feel that there is something going on your body. But yeah, nowhere compared to tattoo, nowhere compared to shaving, nowhere compared to waxing. You can
That is
easily
nice.
play games on your phone or read something while this is happening. You don't come to know.
Okay. So how long does it take, ma'am? How long does one session last?
If you're doing a full body, then it
Okay.
will take about say 3 hours, because you will take at least 1 hour to raise off your hair. We do it very carefully, because we don't want to give you dryness or any kind of eruptions. So hence we do it in one direction, we do it really carefully, and then after that we slowly divide the body parts, mark the area, make sure that we deposit enough energy on every body part to give you maximum output. Hence, it takes 2 hours for your laser shots.
Okay. So does every session take 2 hours or does the first session only take 2 hours?
Approximately the timing is more or less similar only, because we want to make sure that we deposit enough energy in every session. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, right? Like you just move the machine, it doesn't make sense. We have to do it well.
Okay. So maintenance, what about maintenance session, ma'am? How
Maintenance
much time
also.
does it take? Maintenance
Maintenance
session.
might take a little lesser time, because you will not have hair on all parts of your body. You will have hair on very few parts of your body, so we usually mark that area, and then we do the laser only on that area. So it might take maybe 45 minutes to an hour lesser.
Okay. So that takes pretty less time.
Yeah.
So Garima wants to ask, is it natural for the skin to experience redness after laser hair reduction session?
You know what? Like there can be redness after laser hair reduction, but that is only because you have used razor to raise your hair. So all your side effects and all the problems that are happening after laser, if at all you consider redness as a side effect or dryness as a side effect, is only and only because of the razor. Nothing to do with laser. But it is again very, very temporary.
Okay. So this redness will not in any way match to rashes.
No, 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 not at all. Rashes are pretty different. Redness is
Okay.
just mild redness. You see, the one when you raise your skin, the kind of
Mhm.
redness that you see, that's the same redness.
So how
Laser has
long? How
maybe
long
half.
can this redness? Okay,
Yeah,
oh, just half an hour. So
yeah,
nobody should be worried about it. Just half an hour of redness.
yeah. Just 30 minutes of redness. Nobody should at all be worried about it.
Okay. So we'll take one last question from the viewers. How do I prepare myself for the process?
Hmm. So there is not much to prepare for. Just book a free dermat consultation from Urban Company. The doctor will take care of everything. She will look at your growth. She will ask your skin type, check your hormones, and then suggest parameters, customize it for you, and then hopefully run you through the entire process and stay in touch with you through the entire process. That's very important, right? Like after every session, she will stay in touch with you, guide you through the next session, make sure that you get maximum output in your 6 sessions of your treatment.
Okay, so I said last question, but another question has come. So we'll take up that. Laser
So,
beams, are they harmful after prolonged sun exposure? After prolonged sun exposure, I think they want to ask.
no, not at all harmful. It is not invasive. When I say invasive, invasive is a service where you go inside your skin and it goes deeper in your skin. But this is only working on the first layer of your skin where your hair follicle is attached. So it is not at all invasive, and hence there is no issue for that.
Okay, so there's another question.
No
Deepika
worries.
wants to know, yeah, Deepika wants to know whether this treatment is permanent or not.
Deepika, this is the only permanent treatment for your hair reduction. I can vouch for it. I'll tell you why. Because your razor hair will come in 15 days, waxing probably a month, Laser is the only one that will delay your hair growth slowly and steadily for you to get 90% reduction in hopefully 6 to 8 sessions. And then, of course, a couple of maintenance sessions, and you'll be done. Trust me, you'll be done.
That was really informative, ma'am, because yeah, many people, because laser is this is an upcoming technology, so many people have a lot of questions about the safety and how long it will take or what side effects it can have. So today you have cleared so many doubts, and I think after listening to our interactive session, a lot of people would be encouraged to take this treatment, and then they would be, I'm sure they would be really happy to take this treatment. So thank you, ma'am, for being with us here and sparing your time for us and sharing so much of knowledge on this upcoming technology. And it was great to have you here. And moreover, for the audience, I would like to again remind you that the link for laser hair reduction, more details have been posted in the comments. Do not forget to check it. And with this, we would like to close our session. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, everybody, for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.